Alright, this is a short video clip of my FJ60 1983 that I've got up for sale. Looks like the previous owner that built it, he took it off-road some, and I'm guessing you can see these little gray strips. It looks like where the paint got scratched, and he maybe put some kind of a strip of primer or something on it to keep them from rusting. But that's what that is. You see these little gray patches every now and then on this on the body. The windows have obviously been tinted by one of the previous owners. Rear bumper appears to be the original bumper. Nothing special about it. It's pretty good shape for being the age it is. You can see the body doesn't have a lot of rust or anything. Even some of the spots that normally get rusted on these things are in pretty good shape, like this drip rail or whatever you call this thing doesn't really have a lot of rust. I mean, you can see a couple spots where maybe some debris collected and got to it, but overall, I mean, it's solid. I'll finish the tour around the outside of the truck. Same thing on this side. Pretty shiny paint job. I don't know if you can tell from this camera or not, but if you get down and look, you can see how, it's not the most quality paint job in the world, even though it is new. But it does look good, especially from several feet away. All right, going inside. Most of the doors are in pretty good shape. I did mention that the passenger side door has some rust, and I'll show you that in a minute, where it's kind of eaten through a couple of spots. It almost looks like there was a leak internal to it at some point in the past, where water just got in the door and got it kind of rusted out. The upholstery has been replaced at some point, not too long ago, I guess, because it's in pretty good shape. I mean, there's a couple spots on it where it looks like I don't even know, a tear that he tried to glue or something. I mean, there's one or two of those around, but overall, I mean, this thing, you couldn't ask for better on a truck of this age. Headliner is in great condition. That was obviously replaced at some point. Visors work fine. The carpet was replaced, I guess, when I did the upholstery some time ago, so it's in pretty good shape. The one exception to that is, I guess after he replaced the carpet or whatever, when I say he, I'm talking about the previous owner, got the idea to add some of this soundproof matting, this silver stuff. And it looks metal, but it's kind of like padded and stuck down to the floor. I guess I don't know how good that stuff works or what the goal was there, but he basically cut the carpet out in the driver's side and replaced it with just a square mat that's kind of thrown on top of it. I mean, it's not that attractive from this vantage point, but it doesn't really cause any problems. I mean, you can see other parts of the truck are in good shape. I mean, The carpet's nice everywhere else. Just a rubber truck mat sitting on top of it. Of course, it's got the Tuffy console, the one that's got the extra little built-in thing where you can mount a head unit stereo there too. A lot of space inside. And this thing locks, which is a good point I need to make, because the original owner had apparently lost the one key he had that locked the doors, so the doors will lock, but there's no key to open them right now. I guess you can get one from Toyota, I'm not sure, but basically if I leave anything valuable in here, I just lock it in the console for now, because I haven't taken the time to go get a new door key. Anyway, you can see the dash is in pretty good shape. Let's see, there was one, yeah, you can see in the corner here there's a little bit of, you know, sun cracking, but really overall, I mean, really good shape for, again, for the age. The rest of the console's in really good condition too. Here's the inclinometer. That was a custom deal. I think this came out of a foreign model, FJ60, because you can't find them on any of the ones that were sold in the United States. What else? It's got this grab bar on it that was added. Glove box works. I can't think of anything else. This is the CB mount for the Cobra CD. You just plug it in, and there's a little clip here that the CB mounts on. And I've got that stuff in the house. Alright, let's look at the back. Back seat. Got some junk in here I need to get out. But you can see this upholstery is also in good condition back here. Again, nothing really to remark on back here other than the, you know, the upholstery and flooring and all's in good shape. This is just, again, just a long rubber mat that was put down. You can see under it. There's a couple of speaker wires. I didn't take the time to really hide them real well. Those just run to a couple of old 6x9s I put in the back. Let's look at the back. Need to clean it out. Got some bungee cords and such back here, but the rubber mat back here is covering some more of that soundproofing material that they put down in the back. So again, nothing too exciting back here. It's not, you know, it's not rusted out or anything. It's in pretty good shape. 6x9s work good. They're a little old, but you know, they sound good. All right. Let's see if I can manage to crank this and hold the camera at the same time. I just cranked it recently, you know, 30 minutes ago. Took it around the block and pulled it up in the driveway. So otherwise, if it had been sitting a couple days, I'd pull the choke out and crank it. It tends to crank pretty good with the choke on. All right. It doesn't really give me any trouble cranking up. You can see that it idles. That noise over there is the CD player starting up because I powered it on. Emergency brake works good. That's on right now. I've got it in neutral. You can see it idles under 1,000 RPMs. I mean, this thing really, the engine's in, as far as I can tell, is in good shape. And again, I'm no mechanic, but you know, I bought this thing on the premise that a lot of the engine and drivetrain work had been done recently. Well, I've got it running, may as well pop the hood. It's got a pretty good rumble to it. You can hear the Flowmaster muffler on it. Oh, before I go to the hood, let's take a quick look under it if there's enough light. A spare tire. would narrate more about what we're looking at, but I really would probably be wrong on half the things I pointed out, so just take a look for yourself. Alright, there's the engine. See, there's a lot of nice clean stuff in there because a lot of it's new, so like I said, she runs good, sounds good when she runs. Not a mechanic, but it hasn't given me any problems since I've owned it. One last thing I was going to point out that I mentioned earlier, this passenger door had a little bit of a rust issue at some point in the past. I'm sorry, I was pointing out this before, but it's actually on the inside part of the door, and you can see where it's eaten through. You know, the truck itself is fine, but it looks like, I don't know if something was getting in here and leaking in the past and just sort of sitting in there and you know, rusted it out, but without ripping it apart. You know, I peek back there and don't see extensive damage out the whole door. It looks like it's just this edge. I actually had somebody offer me a door off an FJ60 to replace it, and I wasn't ready to swap it out quite yet because I wanted the paint to match, and my wife didn't want it sitting around on the back porch because I didn't really have anywhere to store it, so I passed on that. I probably should have taken it though, but with enough looking, you can find a door either free or pretty cheap on somebody parting one of these things out. That's something I would do if I was going to keep it longer, and if I had enough money to sink into a new paint job, I guess, because I'd probably want the door to match. But anyway, that's the only, you know, real rust issue, but it doesn't appear to be anything that's indicative of the truck as a whole. It appears to be an isolated deal there. So. Alright, can't think of anything else, so I'm going to end it here.